how do we respond to a child's anxiety and trouble as they become aware of everything we're doing, to everything we hold dear, to nature, to communities, to culture, to the both natural and social fabric of life, and to the relationship between us humans and everything that's other than human. I know that's a question a lot of us wonder about and talk about. And I have reason to think about it right now because a child came to me yesterday and said, I've heard the world is going to end in 100 years. Is that true? Now we can launch into all kinds of possible ways of responding to that, of course. Some of them might be to try to instill hope in the child by saying it's all going to get better. Well, it may or may not. I wouldn't put my money on it getting better before it gets worse. We might try to point to all kinds of technological solutions, but what is a response that doesn't say we need more windmills and solar cells? Well, I think it begins with us being able to be present to the child's anxieties, troubles, worries, fears, and sit with them in that. And acknowledge them somehow. But not fuel them, of course. Not kind of paint an even more complex and fuller picture of what's happening and what we're doing and what we've failed to do. But to perhaps speak to the importance of being human. We've faced change since our species first started to walk on two legs, and we've faced complexity and challenge. And our way of dealing with that, the way cultures have evolved around that constantly changing, dynamic, sometimes stochastic way of life, is to become more deeply human. And we can speak to that. We can speak to the importance of kindness and generosity towards family members, towards extended family, towards neighbors, towards community, and towards everything that's other than human. And hospitality, to welcome strangers, not knowing who they are or what they've lived through. So kindness, hospitality, generosity, helpfulness, all these things that extend a hand and that turn towards others and that remembers our dependence on each other. Those are all good skills to teach, and good skills also, and good capacities or qualities to remind ourselves and our child about of. And then beyond that, there's also our ability to craft beauty with our hands and with our voices. Song, music, paintings, all the arts, all the different ways of coming together around that beauty, of sharing that beauty with each other and also with nature and other beings. Now these are, some aspects of what it means or can mean to be human. Of being also connected to place as far as we can, to try to sink some roots into the land where we find ourselves, even if it's temporarily, but to connect with this creation, to connect with nature, to be outdoors. Now all of that is the relational skills of humans turning towards each other and turning towards a place where they find themselves and recognizing our codependencies. So you'll have your own way of speaking to your child or to a child about that. But in being more human in a time of complexity and change and challenge, not less human, that's something that's within reach for all of us. And we have it in our culture. We have the stories, we have the songs, we have the paintings, we have the histories, we have all kinds of ways in which our ancestors have left us with the human ways they related to challenging times. And we can point our child towards that. We can share that with them and build that love of life that's going to see them through times that are coming. And how we talk about that again is up to each one of us, and to the child we're with, and what's appropriate and what they might understand, what might be beyond them. So that is responding to them with the ability to be present to their fear and anxiety, and not problem solving or pointing them towards some sort of distant hope, but a human way of responding to a very human response to a troubled time. Please, I'd love to hear your own thoughts on this, so please share that. Press like if you like this, and subscribe, and you'll receive more videos related to parenting and deepening our relationship to each other, and to ourselves, and to nature. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.